Hey guys, how's it going? Just want to do a quick update vid, kind of talk about some of the projects I have going on and the status of some other projects. So first, let's get this out of the way. I sold this blue Tanto today. It's heading down to Florida tomorrow. So I just kind of want to show you guys, for those of you guys who don't know, this is what the blade will look like when you get it. I ship it in a padded envelope with bubble wrap and everything. But every blade I do comes with business card, which is on top here, just with some contact information, sort of like a signed information card that just talks about the blade that you bought, just some generic specs about the dimensions, the materials that are used and stuff. And lastly, it comes with just a piece of literature that I just print off the computer that just says, talks about the blade, talks about my philosophy a bit, and that if you have any issues, you can contact me, that kind of stuff. But that's how it comes. Also, I take the sheath apart, and you can kind of see it sticking out there, the blue. I actually will I take some blue shop towel, just sort of the thicker stuff, and I cut it to line the sheath, and I spray it with WD-40, and then I put the blade in, then I put another piece of blue cloth on top, and then put the other part of the sheath on, and then I do it back up so that when you pull the blade out, there's no scratches on it or anything. Because if I bought a custom knife and pulled out the sheath and just saw a big mark down the blade, I wouldn't be too happy about it. Not that it affects the blade performance or anything, but this way the blade will leave the shop with the finish that I left on it, and then all you have to do is take the sheath apart, which is a simple screwdriver, pull the blue stuff out, or you could even probably just tighten it down and pull it out with a pair of needle nose pliers. But if you take the sheath apart, pull the towel out, you can clean inside, and you're good to go. So anyway, that was sold today. And the other thing is, all my prices always include shipping with tracking and insurance on it. So a lot of guys might charge X dollars for a blade and then charge an additional whatever, 10-15 bucks for shipping. But for me, on average, it's working out to about 20 bucks to ship a blade with tracking and insurance to the States. And that's anywhere. I've shipped to California, Texas. This one's going to Florida, Minnesota. I've shipped blades all over the place, but on average, it's about 18, 19, 20 bucks with the tracking and insurance. But that's always included in the price. So just a heads up on that. So